Great day to you, Garth. Welcome.
A great day to you, Sir Charles.
Oh my God.
And to our listeners there. And it's Christmas time. And so, I want to keep reminding people that it's not good and bad, but we can't afford to settle for good.
No.
And we shouldn't settle for good when great is available. And great is always available. So we're going to have a great time this morning, and I have invited to share with us this morning, this Christmas time, my friend and brother, Roger Moore, who has a very strong association with the Cashflow program, and we're going to be talking about that. And a friend of his and mine, a Cashflow colleague, I should say,
Right.
is Yuri. Yuri, what's your last name again?
Dickson. All the ties in each other, God.
When we play in Cashflow, is only first name. Yuri. That's it.
Yuri, you have money for me? Yuri, take a loan.
Yes, now I deliberately asked Roger to come today because it's Christmas time. And one of my big things on this program, Sir Charles, one of the messages that I keep putting out there, along with the message of greatness that is available to all at all times, is the message that in order to change the way we handle money, we need to change our mindsets.
Yep.
That is the fundamental task. And I have tried to encourage people to engage a program that will enable them over time to change our mindset. Because we have to recognize that the mindsets that we have now, we didn't develop them overnight. And they've been there a while.
Right.
And they kind of set like
Bad
concrete.
habit.
So when you say you want to change your mindset, you are engaging a significantly difficult task. Not impossible, but difficult.
Not impossible.
Alright? And you need to do that. So one of the mechanisms that I have encountered that has helped to change, that is helping me in the process, I should say, of changing my own mindset, is the game Cash Flow. And there can't be anybody better for me to ask about cash flow and its origins and its intention and its reach and all of those other things than Roger. So Roger, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
And talk your talk.
All right. So Robert Kiyosaki's invention is actually one of the best things that ever happened to humanity. In fact, the mission of the company, the Rich Dad Company, the mission of Cashflow Club, is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity.
Okay, so the origins of the cash flow, before there was the cash flow game, there was the cash flow book.
Cashflow Quadrant was his
The
second
Cashflow
book.
Quadrant,
Yeah,
that
that was
was the
after
second
Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Okay, so his first book is Rich Dad Poor
Oh
Dad.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm hoping that our listeners are paying attention. These are must-read books.
Yeah, very important.
If you are serious about wealth, if you are serious about changing your hand-to-mouth, living your paycheck-to-paycheck lifestyle, anytime you're serious about that, then these are must-read books. These books are fundamental in terms of changing your mindset, which is the essential task that you face.
Yep.
So, we say we have the book. We had first of all Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah.
Alright, by Robert Kiyosaki. And then we had the Cashflow Quadrant.
Yeah.
But I know there are several other books as well.
Oh yeah. So we have a couple of them here, including this one here, Before You Quit Your Job, also written by Robert Kiyosaki.
Alright, I
Yeah.
would feel that might be very relevant to all the people who get retrenched.
Oh yeah.
Although
Big
they
time.
ain't quitting your job, their job quitting them.
Exactly. In fact, we have been dealing with that directly because we are a Cashflow Club.
Right.
So a lot of the retrenched workers, we usually wish they don't wait till retrenchment to do cash flow, because cash flow is your first step, not your last step.
Right.
So that's a lingering problem we've been having with everybody that love to procrastinate. They don't understand how powerful finance is.
It's a national malaise.
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
The procrastination thing. And I know I'm a sufferer. I have a serious
You're
problem
more
with it.
better off than a lot of other people. Trust me on that. Because you did cash flow back in 2007,
Yes,
if I remember
since then,
correctly.
yes.
Right. So we've been dealing with the unions in particular,
Okay.
and one of the issues we've been having again, as you mentioned, their mindset. And I think the biggest elephant in the room is their Marxist ideology as opposed to the capitalist ideology.
Okay.
And I think that because they know about cash flow, but they're not, what we realize over the years, they're not encouraging their members to do the training because they don't see the importance of it. And the reason why they don't see the obvious importance of it, I think, very much so, is their Marxist ideology. And to be a Marxist in a capitalist world is a bad combination. It's going to lead you to poverty.
Yeah.
So a lot of them members that only have one source of income, which is crazy. To live in this world today with just one source of income, you are just one step away from poverty.
Well, you know, I describe it as standing up on one leg.
Yes.
You know, and you know, if you're standing up on one leg,
and that leg
it's
gone.
be hard enough to maintain your balance with two.
Yep.
But when you're standing up on one,
that's it.
You know you will get tipped over anytime.
Anytime. And people learning that lesson the hard way.
Yeah.
And you know, the last financial crisis, they learned that lesson the hard way worldwide as well. Millions of people lost their jobs, lost their homes. They have one source of income. So one of our messages at Cashflow Clubs is to have multiple sources of income. But the school system is not designed to teach people that.
Well, come on. The school system is an instrument of the capitalist system.
Yes.
And the capitalist system needs workers.
Yes.
It needs people who will work for money.
Yes.
It really don't need people. But actually, paradoxically,
yes,
it needs people who know how to make money work for them.
Yes.
But the priority that is given in the educational system is almost zero.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
so
designed to produce employees.
Yeah. So the system churns out thousands of young people every year.
Yep.
Who know to one extent or another how to work for money.
Yep.
Know nothing about how to make money work for them.
Exactly.
And that is even at the highest level, the
tertiary
level.
Or even further, how to make money. They literally don't know how to make money.
Correct.
And that's as simple as that sounds. That is our biggest thing. Because we teach people how to make more money.
Yeah.
As easy as that. So that's why I'm complex by OWTU has not been using cash flow on their members, and they know fully well that it works because we trained the executive before. So they have been exposed to it. Instead of using cash flow training, they rather go on the streets and march. I have no problem in marching, but they can't pay their bills. Send them to cash flow to teach them how to pay their bills. It's easy. It's common sense. But again, the elephant in the room, I think, is their Marxist ideology. And that's a
well, that is a seriously entrenched mindset you're dealing with there.
Yep.
If you want to talk about mindset, that is a mindset.
Yep.
And it is sad. You know, I have been reading this book, I don't know if you've seen it, by Margaret Wheatley. I've referred to it several times on this program. The title of the book is Leadership and the New Science. Subtitled Discovering Order in a Chaotic World. Hear what she says. She says, this is not a book filled with conclusions, cases, or exemplary practices. It is deliberately not that kind of book for two reasons. First, I don't believe that organizations are ever changed by imposing a model developed elsewhere. So little transfers to or inspires those trying to work a change in their own organizations. In every organization, we need to look internally to see one another as the critical resources on this voyage of discovery. We need to learn how to engage the creativity that exists everywhere in our organizations. And a little earlier on, she says, curiosity, not certainty, becomes the saving grace. Curiosity.
Yes. In fact, I will go as far as saying curiosity is the essence of genius. Without curiosity as your foundation, because I teach science as well.
Yes.
Without curiosity as your foundation, you literally don't stand a chance.
Absolutely.
You have
I
to
agree with
question
that.
everything.
Absolutely. You must be a seeker. Well,
Yes.
you know, my fundamental position is seek.
Yes.
And you shall find.
You shall find.
All right, and I try to translate that into local parlance, and I say, if you keep looking, you're bound to find.
I like that. I think I need to write that one. We have to use that in cash flow.
No, that is how the new universe is.
Yep.
And if you study quantum physics, if you
Yep.
really get down into the science of it, and this is what I really like, Roger, that you know, when you articulate philosophy, people can come up with arguments to dismiss it.
Yep.
Because they don't want to accept it. And you know, they say they are none so blind as those who will not see. And that speaks about curiosity and lack of it as well. All right, they are none so blind as those who will not see, of course, the psychologists call that denial.
Mm-hmm.
We know about denial. All right? But the thing is that when you understand science, and you know, science is a pragmatic thing.
Yes.
Science is based upon evidence. You know, you tell a scientist, so and so and so and so is the case. And his question will always be, where is the evidence?
Yep.
Where is the evidence?
Yep.
So when you find science now identifying that the world is a place where human thought influences the behavior of atoms.
Yep.
And therefore of matter.
That's quantum mechanics.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay, that's where we have to go. We have to understand that we have been given dominion.
Yes.
That we have the power to change our environment, to change our
Our
circumstances.
minds are very, very powerful. And we see how powerful the mind is, even on Cashflow, because it's simulation based.
Yes.
So it gets deep into your brain and it changes your behavior.
All
So I remember
right.
a couple of years ago I met with Patrick and Hazel Manning.
Uh-huh.
And after, because Patrick heard about Cashflow before. And at the end of it, he said, you know, Raj, I love what you're doing. You know, it's changing people's lives, but you can't change culture. And he thought he was done there.
Yeah.
I said, wrong. Wrong. Based on what we're observing over the past set of years we've been doing Cashflow, people's behaviors are changing because it's simulation based. A brief example is carnival time. When I walk down the streets for Port of Spain carnival time, I don't see Cashflow Club members playing mass at all. You know where we see them? On the side of the road making money. That's where we see Cashflow Club members. I remember Sean McPhee, a guy from Laventil, he started selling water carnival time, made thousands of dollars profit selling water carnival time.
It's the most profitable thing to sell in Canada.
Yeah,
It's
best thing
water
ever.
than to sell beer or something.
Yeah. One guy
Less
sold,
overheads.
yeah, one guy made
No license
$22,000.
required.
No.
One guy made $22,000 selling water.
Selling water.
Carnival time.
Yeah.
And he even rent a spot. He was
Yeah.
just walking around selling water.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
Because he had a choice around that time. Do I spend $5,000 and pay mass? Or do I take $5,000 and buy water and sell it on the road? He sold, you know, the small bottle waters
Yeah.
for $10. And he got them all sold out. And he bought more and sold them out again. You know?
And what is your you can make it like about 500% profit.
Yes! There's so many money making opportunities around. People don't know that because they're not trained to see these opportunities.
So I really want us to focus. No, I'm going to ask you to come back to the program again, Roger,
Thank
because there's so much stuff that we need to get out there. And I am, Sir Charles will tell you that I am promoting it all the time on the program. But you know, people need to hear a different voice. And need to understand that this is just Garth Thomas talking. It's not just an opinion that Garth Thomas have, that he, you know, hung up on. Because I guess some people might say, you know, I'm talking about it ad nauseum. Hopefully not. Alright? But I like the engagement in terms of the conversation, and I really want us to be able to open up the lines to get some questions from our listeners and stuff. But my real intent on the program today was to promote the gift of a cash flow game. Alright? No, I have no cash flow franchise. You have one?
Official Cashflow Club, yes.
Are the games available locally?
Yes.
Question.
Yes.
They're available locally.
Yes.
Cost.
Yes. I think it's 700 because
700,
the
yeah.
book dealer that we have at Cashflow Club,
Yeah.
she sells all the Rich Dad books and she sells the games as
The
well.
games as well.
So I don't know if she has in stock, but most likely she does. And it's around 7, I think. I'm not sure. I have to confirm.
Okay. Where can people find them?
At the Cashflow Club, you just contact me on Facebook or give me a call and I'll hook you up with her. And if she doesn't have any in stock, she could have order it for you and bring it down to Trinidad.
Alright. But why buy a cash flow game as a gift for anybody? How would you describe? Give me a description of somebody receiving a cash flow game as a gift for Christmas. What have they received?
They received something that's going to teach them how to make more money. It's a great start. Now, there are challenges to having your own game at home. The biggest challenge is not finding people to play with. That's across the board, that's a big challenge because most people are programmed to be employees.
Right.
So they would see this and they're like, I don't want to do that. I would rather go out or rather go for lunch or watch TV with my friends or something like that. Yeah, or parang. Yeah,
No,
right.
parang.
So that's the challenge. But having a game is a good plus, and you can also play free on richdad.com.
Uh-huh.
And then
I
you have
want you can go online and play.
oh yeah, for free against
Okay.
people from all over the world.
We'll talk a little more about that. Let
All right.
the listeners know.
So that's actually a good way to
you know when
practice.
you know when you say that magic word, everybody cock up.
Online or free?
There are two magic words that anytime you say it, people hear this cock up. One is sex.
And the other one is
And the other one is free.
Put them together.
it's supposed to be free.
Both of them together. We're not going there.
What are you teaching in this program? I
Anyway.
thought we came to learn finance and investing. Why is he getting so red? I've never seen God so red before in my life.
Whatever they might as well have fun doing it, right?
Yeah, glad you mentioned that.
That is the key.
That's key. Because when you make learning fun, you learn way faster. So it's not just these simulations, it's also making learning fun.
Yes.
So a casual session is actually very energy enriching. You
Yeah.
could come after lunch, a big meal, and do a casual session like we trained First Citizens Bank. Right after their lunch break, they had a casual session. And we woke them up without coffee. We woke them up and they started making so much noise in the training center. People started complaining in the other rooms.
Yeah.
We couldn't get them to shut up. Because they were screaming and going crazy. Because that's what happens when you
engage.
fully engage.
Yes.
The same feeling you get when kids play video games non-stop. They're fully engaged. And the logical question is, why can't you do that and learn? Why don't you use the same level of engagement for homework?
As you say there, that was a thought that occurred to me. Is there, people really into gaming?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a version of cash flow that can be equated with that kind of an exercise where somebody could sit down with their Game Boy or with the controller and play cash flow
Yes.
against somebody else somewhere
Yeah,
back of the
on
world and so on?
richdad.com. You
Yeah.
can go on richdad.com
Okay.
and play against anybody in the entire world. So all Cashflow Club members, they go on richdad.com and they practice and practice and practice.
Okay.
And then they come back and sharpen those skills and come back to Cashflow Club and continue learning. Because the way Cashflow Club is structured, once you join a 6-week course and you start playing Cashflow with other Cashflow Club members who think the same way, which is very important. What happens is you can attend as many sessions as you like for the rest of your life. So people come back as a volunteer for years and years to keep the learning up, to meet other entrepreneurs, to meet other investors, to meet other people with the same mindset, and to get that motivation to keep on going. And then we have so many experts in the field, part of Cashflow Club. We have people who are knowledgeable in property management. We have a lot of attorneys. We have business coaches now. My business coach is John Ruman. He's one of the best we have ever seen. And in fact, he's my business partner for the Sales Training Academy,
Okay.
which is the sales training arm of Cashflow Club, using the same simulation-based techniques. And we also have Mad Science, the simulation-based techniques for science and engineering. We have a program running with Shell, the STEM
Okay.
education program. And those are reaching kids because kids make it learning fun and it's hands-on training, so kids, they're fully engaged. Their phone can ring in class and they would not even answer it. And
That
that's
is
where you
what
want
I
education
feel
to be.
and I think is the biggest plus about the cash flow game. That it is fun to play. And I want my listeners to say,